Now, a Hutch's weather update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson, brought to you by Robert Gibb and Sons.
Hello and good afternoon, everyone. Meteorologist Hutch Johnson joining you. First, a note from my sponsors at Robert Gibb and Sons. They have a deal for you. Now, if you have an area of your home or maybe out in the garage that's just difficult to cool, or maybe you have a home without central air or ducting, these mini split systems are the way to go. Now, they will get you the latest Bryant system, and Bryant will kick in a $300 factory rebate, and you can still get up to $2,000 in a tax credit for installing one of these. Call my friends at Robert Gibb and Sons today. And now let's take a look at what we have going on across the area. Out to the west, we have some showers and rumbles of thunder, and those will be heading our way. Now, we are going to see a chance for some scattered showers and storms. I'll have the very latest in what you need to know. And as is always the case, please drop a note. Let me know where you're watching from. Interactive weather is the way to go. All right. Now, again, here is a look at that radar. Let's get to it. Temperatures today have hit those mid-80s here in the Fargo-Moorhead area. It is 85 at Hector, 81 at Moorhead's Airport, a 77-degree day out in the Monoman area with Detroit Lakes at 77 degrees as well. Bemidji, 76, a little cooler, though, in Foston, 73 for you. And as we zip up to the big lake, how about up at the Angle Inlet? 70 degrees up there. War Road 75 at Roseau at the same reading. Now to the west, it's really hot. You see some rumbles of thunder starting to take place here near Lake Sakakawea and the Max area. We're going to shift out to a radar out there and show you what we have going on. Showers and thunderstorms, they're robust, but at this time they are non-severe. And the track of these showers and thunderstorms is drifting slowly off to the east-northeast with this south flow warming things up out there. Check out some of these temperatures. Would you look at that? Baker, Montana, 88 is great out there. 89 degrees for Buffalo, South Dakota, as the heat is definitely on. Now, there is a risk for severe weather out in the west, and I will go ahead and show you the very latest on that. So we're just going to switch this over, and we'll turn on the, first of all, the watches, warnings, and advisories. A couple of interesting facts to tell you about. This fact number one, this is a winter storm watch for the mountains of Montana. If you're traveling west, keep this in mind. Big time snow early next week. Monday and Tuesday is the timing on that. But for now, we have no watches in our area, and that's the good news. Now let's turn on a look at the Storm Prediction Center's risk for severe weather for today. Now, this outlook goes for today and into the evening hours, and the greatest risk for severe weather is in yellow. It's called a slight risk, way down in Cheyenne, the eastern high country of eastern Colorado, where we already have a few thunderstorms that are severe popping. These storms will drift out into Nebraska in Kansas. Notice the green here kind of looks like an old crow sitting there on the telephone pole. Now, the old crow here in green, that's a level 1 of a 5-level scale, meaning that we could see a couple of storms flirt with severe criteria. It doesn't look to be a very good chance, but there is a chance. Now, these storms are making their way in through this area right now, and they'll continue drifting off to the east. And you're watching in Beach. Scott, let's go in on Beach and show you what we have going on there. We have a lot of nothing on the radar showing up right now, but I can switch to another radar. Let's go to this one out in Bowman. Might be a little bit closer. We're not seeing a lot of activity out of the Bowman radar at this particular time. And looking up in the oil patch, we're seeing temperatures there. How about that 89 degrees in Glendive, Montana right now? So a few showers and storms. Looking at the Minot radar, we can certainly see that line still near the Lake Sakakawea area. So that is a look at where the risk is. What are the risks for tonight? We might see some hail flutter or flirt with the 1-inch diameter range of hail. The strongest storm right now is this cell right here, not far from you in that Crosby area. Okay, so Westby, Crosby, Grenora, those areas seeing some hail potential from this cell. Now, as we take a look at this particular cell, keep the hail away from Scott. We're doing the best we can for tonight. There's a chance that you could see some, and we'll get to that model forecast. So this cell right here, if I turn on some of the radar properties that allow me to show some of the tracking, we'll go ahead and turn that on. Now let's see what we can see. Okay, so the general movement for these storms is in the easterly direction, but notice some of these cells that are just forming, this arrow says, yep, it's going straight north. Yep, this one's going south. when storms are first forming, the radar has a little difficult time analyzing their motion, and it takes a bit of time. So for that, I'm going to loop this so we can see where it is moving. Now you can see this whole line generally drifting off to the east, but cells that are developing are moving northerly. So this whole cell is slowly going to move to the north, but the line will continue tracking east along and basically north of the Highway 2 corridor there, north of the area around Minot. So this one's moving off to the east. The speed of movement to the east-northeast is, this says 47 miles per hour. Let's look at what this one says. What's the Weather Service's statement on this? The National Weather Service says it's moving east at 45 miles per hour. Wind gusts of around 40 miles per hour, Nichols possible from that system. Justice says the garden wants rain. Hutch, do you and Pedro need to do our rain dance, please? You know what? I appreciate that. And again, some areas are just waterlogged. We're having a tough time with regards to getting rain in some spots. Others are getting more than they want. A few other thunderstorm cells. You can see the track is generally northeasterly here, generally at 45 miles per hour, moving north of the Burn and Washburn and the Highway 83 corridor, south of Max. Leora, good to have you on board. So right now, if you are in Minnesota, Leora, if you are in central Minnesota, you're a long ways from this, but these showers and storms will be heading our way. And for the very latest on that, we're going to take you to a forecast model. Now, the forecast model will do a good job of helping us see the general trend. And we can try to lock in on one here that might be actually doing a pretty good job with regards to the forecast. So let's go ahead and sneak over here. And there we go. Okay, so this model will take us out, and I want to get one that's going to carry us out into tomorrow morning and even tomorrow afternoon, because there will be some Saturday showers and storms as we go through the weekend. And this will set the stage for what you need to know as we head out of the work weekend into the weekend. So here we go. As we head into the evening drive time, some of these showers and thunderstorms now near Lake Sakakawea will be spreading eastward toward the Devil's Lake Basin. So let's call it along and north of Highway 200. We'll have a chance at seeing a few showers and storms tonight. Now this is at 3Z. So we subtract 5 from 27, that's 2,200 hours, and that there is smack dab on top of 10 o'clock. So there may be a few areas. I'm not saying exactly here because it's hard to tell with models. They have a hard time locking into where an exact thunderstorm is going to move. So with that said, the Red River Valley will have a chance at some hit and miss 10 o'clock rumbles or showers. Nothing severe is expected in our area. The strongest south winds will be out in central North Dakota as we go through the overnight. Those could move into parts of Minnesota with hit and miss showers for the garden out there. And just is hoping that your garden sees just a little bit of that rain. There's nothing like fresh, real rain compared to the sprinkler water, right? Now, as we go through the morning, here's your low pressure centers right here. Those will continue drifting, and the main rain event will continue. Now, this is Saturday morning as you're rising and shining. Scattered showers, rumbles of thunder, not expecting severe, but an increase in south winds. As we go through, this rain shower chance in this model is locking into the southern valley and lasts into the midday hours before vacating the area. And then look at this. Another low pressure system waves out of the mountains, and that's going to head our general direction. But look where it goes, up into Manitoba as we head into Sunday. So this is that dry cold front I was talking about the other day that moves through with only a spotty chance of rain the way it looks now. Could those storms be strong? They could be strong, and I'll keep you posted. So that's what we're looking at. Let me see if I've developed any questions here. Nitrogen boost is exactly what I'm talking about, Justice. Thanks so much. John says, of course, watered today, and now we got some more rain coming tonight. So that's how it goes, John. I know. All blue east of you on the cams, Rich. Thank you so much on your 16 camera network. It's a privilege and an honor to have you share those cameras with us from time to time and keeping your eyes on the skies as well. Now, as we, again, head into the evening hours, our chance of severe or strong thunderstorms is pretty small. But let's go ahead, and what I'm going to do now is load up some model data. Same thing is behind me. But what I'm going to look at is the rainfall potential from our storms as we go through your Saturday. And this will give you an idea of what we have with regards to how much rain might be falling. So looking at total precipitation, I'm going to go back to the model that goes out through tomorrow, and I'll let it load up, and then I'll pop her up on your screen here, and let's look at that model guidance. Okay, let me get a map view here that we can all live with. Here we go. So there's tonight's risk of severe weather, and we'll show you what's going on for Saturday and for Sunday across the nation. Thank you, Leora. Good to see you. And now let's talk about rainfall amounts. Boom. So all this green is where this model has the rainfall. Here's an ideal time to show you. This is Model A. It's an American model. And by the overnight hours and into the mid-morning hours tomorrow, we're going to have a chance for some showers of rain that could total up to how much does this model say? Let's take a look and look at the crosshairs here. In and around Fargo, it's calling for a ½ inch to an inch of rain. This model says some of the heavier rain showers may pass through here. It's not going to rain the entire time overnight. It's going to be a passing shower and passing storm. Again, models do not have a very good track record at consistently picking up on a thunderstorm and exactly where it's going to travel. Will it move right over Fargo? It's tough to tell. But suffice it to say, if you have thunder showers pass over your garden, Justice, then there's a chance for a good ½ inch soaker making its way over your area. Others of us will see a lot less rain where we just get a smattering up here. So we look up near Thief River Falls. This model says only a few hundredths. So the range of rainfall tomorrow will not be widespread. It depends on where the convection or thunderstorms are heading. And those of you lucky enough to get them will have around a 1/10 of an inch to maybe an inch under the gully washers. Let's look at Model 2, shall we? Now we're just going to look at the rainfall amounts with this. We'll let it load up and it will come on in and it'll show us what it's thinking. And here we go. It looks like it's coming in right now. So there we go. We'll let it roll through until tomorrow, the 15th in the evening. Notice the difference in location of the heavy gully washers here. This model says a few hundredths for Fargo, not much for the Southern Valley, but look out in east central parts of North Dakota with 1 to 2 inches of rain. So which model does Hutch think is going to be right? How about that lovely and wonderful? Let's look at one more model. I'm going to try this one, see if it'll show me some details on this. This is the European model. Even though it's a larger scale model, sometimes it's fun to look at with regards to rainfall. Much more reserved, about a 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch under the thunder showers. Under a real soaker, you might get more than that out west tonight, and that could be a ½ of an inch. So that's what we're looking at. And that's right. Thanks so very much. Very true, says John. Brian, thank you for your support. And I got to tell you that we do have a chance for that cold front making its way through. So let's go ahead and review real quickly your risk of severe weather as we go through the weekend. So on this, I am just going to turn on a look at the day 2 forecast. That's tomorrow. That's Saturday. We're going to look at the risk of severe weather, and we'll do that with a look at our radar here. So let's turn that on. Now, this is for tomorrow, not for tonight. Please keep that in mind. Tomorrow's risk of severe weather is out in the western Dakotas. That's where the cold front, that second low, is going to move through. This means we could have all modes of severe weather tomorrow out in the western Dakotas on your Saturday. So the weekend starts with some rumbles of thunder out in the western part of the state. Now, it does sneak up, and this area of concern sneaks up into your area, Belcourt, Rugby, Rolla. All of these areas have a chance at seeing a few stronger thunderstorms, and these could drift up into the Langdon and Towner County area for you in Rock Lake. Okay, so keep that in mind if you're in Candu, Rock Lake. Chance of some stout thunderstorms. These will drift, as the model showed you, from the west and move straight north into that Winkler area in western Manitoba. Thanks, Brenda. Appreciate that. What about Valley City Parade at 10 a.m.? Let's talk about that. The 10 a.m. parade for Valley City. There's going to be some scattered showers, but by morning, they're going to be focused over the southeast part of North Dakota and moving off to the east. Now, the model I did show you showed that. We'll get to that in 1 minute, Thomas, I promise. But right now, we'll look at the severe weather threat Saturday, western Dakotas, Red River Valley. Ooh, we got us a severe thunderstorm watch in Colorado now. Look at this. We have a risk of severe weather in Omaha, Nebraska, Lincoln, spreading up into western parts of Iowa and even northern parts of Kansas as we go through. Hi, Mary Lou. Good to have you on from Skyme. Now, this is the risk for Saturday. Let's look at the risk for Sunday. Are there going to be Sunday storms when that cold front moves through? Hutch called it a dry cold front for a reason. I don't think we're going to see much as it makes its way through. And these are current temperatures, so don't confuse that. This is the area where there may be a level 1 risk of severe storms for southern Minnesota, southeast North Dakota. So Sunday, we could have a few storms in these areas here as that cold front trails through. That's a look at that. Now, I know there is a lot of events going on as we go through the weekend, so I'm going to turn off our temperatures and we're going to turn on your forecast animation one more time, but this time I'm going to play it on this computer so we can zoom into your hometown. So this is where I want you to grab your pencil, paper, or your typewriter and type down what town you want to know the forecast for tomorrow, and we'll get you right on the map here, okay? So let me turn off this risk of severe weather for Sunday. And we're going to turn off our warnings right now because we don't need them cluttering up the forecast for tomorrow. And away we'll go. Okay, so here we go. Now, let me see. We'll go back up and load in the model, and we're going to go with the model that's convection allowing. We'll go with this one. This one had more robust thunder chances tomorrow. I will put that in mind. The rally in Valley City. That's right. So, Thomas, let's take a look at that. Thank you for asking. Here we go. Let's load this puppy up, and we'll try to get you the timing. This model will show some showers and thunder showers. Oop, this is the total precipitation. Let's go with the composite. Okay, here we go. I thought I turned off the warnings, but I must have neglected to do that. I did turn them off, but they kind of turned back on. Oh, well, I don't think the computer is listening to old Hutch today. That's okay. It's Friday. I'm not going to complain. Here we go. This model guidance says that as we go through the night tonight and we head towards midnight, showers and rumbles of thunder will blast through pretty quickly. These will linger through the overnight hours here in the valley, and this model has them kind of setting up shop in eastern North Dakota right into the morning. There's Valley City, and this model says those showers and storms could linger for a bit, but then they're out by around 10 a.m. So 10 a.m. was the time of your parade. There could be some morning showers. There could be some morning thunder showers according to that model in your area. You know what? I don't think that model has done the best. So I'm going to refer to the web and look at a model we can't look at on that platform. And I'm going to take you to this one. Now let's take a look at this one. This one's been doing a little bit better job with regards to our thunder chances. So we'll just kind of skirt through on this one and try to get you some timings on it. Look at the timing up there. Now this is your nighttime storms tonight around midnight right here. Showers, rumbles of thunder, nothing severe in the valley, and then lingering spits of rain is all this model has. As we go towards daybreak, look where they're going. They're going east. So I do think this model is doing a little better job, and let's hope for the parade in Valley City that this one is the right one. So Hutch's elbow, Hutch's gut instinct, and the track record of this model has been a lot better with regards to shower chances. They do kind of linger into the midday hour, not far from Valley City. So maybe a hit and miss sprinkle is in the forecast, but let's all hope for not a washout for your event. Otter Tail Lake tomorrow. Take a look at the great big lake right over here is Otter Tail County by Hutch's finger. Okay, you see it? So if we take a look at that, we do have overnight showers. There they go. Morning, very early morning sprinkles, and then a little bit of a break. Southern Minnesota gets hit midday. This is lunchtime. South winds will be a blowing, so there could be some big waters on Otter Tail and Pelican Lake and maybe Big Cormorant as well, because we'll have some gusty winds upwards of 25 to 30 miles per hour. Saturday, remember the severe risk out west? Here they come. Whoops, I'm going the wrong way. Let's go this way. So Saturday in the afternoon and evening, boom, there they come. This is the main event. This is Saturday afternoon, about 3, 4 o'clock. These storms could fire out there, but these are expected to drift north. So if you have afternoon plans for your Saturday, the best chance of strong to severe storms will race quickly through Minot up in towards that Belcourt and also maybe even up into the Bottineau area and then push into Manitoba. We could see some showers and storms that are strong though in and around your area in the Devil's Lake Basin. So that's late Saturday. There's a risk of storms mainly in the far west. Minnesota, Otter Tail Lake looks like a break as we go through the evening hours from the showers. That's a look at the forecast. Woo-wee! I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Again, thank you so very much for your support. I appreciate every one of you passing the word about Hutch's weather right here on Facebook. You can please find me on YouTube as well, and a big announcement coming very soon. We'll have details on that. And thank you, and have a wonderful weekend. If storms are severe, I'll have an update, and I'll have an update a little bit later on what's going on with the radar as well. But until then, enjoy your evening. I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. You are watching Hutch's Weather. Thanks for the follows, the subscriptions on YouTube.